Good morning, everyone. Appreciate everybody taking some time out of their day to join us on what is an exciting day for San Diego State University, and in particular our baseball program. We're excited to introduce our new head coach. It was a good process that we went through, a national process. There was a ton of excitement around our program, and people referring to it as, sleeping giant, a program that can achieve so much. We do have a lot of history in this program, but consistent history is something that, we're excited to move forward to, and excited by the people that we got to talk to and the excitement in the program. But really excited to introduce Kevin Vance as our new head baseball coach, joining us from the University of Arizona, most recently as the pitching coach. Kevin is a San Diego native, played at Torrey Pines, so he knows the area, he knows the community, he's familiar with Southern California. Had a great baseball career at the University of Connecticut, was an All-American there as a pitcher, then turned that into into the minor leagues, so he's had some pro experience as well, and then went back to UConn as a volunteer assistant and has been at University of Rhode Island, Boston College, and most recently at the University of Arizona. Has seen a lot of success over his years. He's pitching coach, so understands that side of the game and the importance of it. And again, as you've moved through time, you've seen that his teams, his pitchers have had great success. We've talked to a number of people out there, ADs that he's worked with, and comes with the highest credentials. So we're really excited about what Kevin's going to bring to our program. At San Diego State, we have three core pillars. Even as we move into this new day and age of college athletics, our three core pillars will not change: athletic success, academic success, and then a life skills program that's unmatched by anybody in the country. And as we talked to Kevin, those were key elements for him as well. As he thinks about, it's not just the baseball side, it's also the development of young men as they travel through their time at San Diego State, and we ensure that when they leave San Diego State, whether they're going to go play minor league and pro baseball, or whether they're going to graduate school, or whether they're getting into the workforce, it is important that they've learned those life skills throughout their time on the baseball diamond, in the classroom, just in their life on campus, that they're prepared and ready to go. So that was something that was very important to us as we talked to Kevin, that he understood that, that's our culture and that's who we are, and it's not going to be something that, is going to be, strange or different for him to get to. So very excited about this opportunity to name Kevin Vance the seventh head coach all time of San Diego State baseball.
Thank you. All right, how we doing? Just want to thank JD, President Latore, Tim for getting me here. It's been a fun, long road for me. I'm finally back home and excited to be here. All the alums that were involved in the process, Steven Strasburg, Tony Gwynn Jr., and Bud Black, those guys were awesome to talk to and see what this thing's all about and see what their vision is, and they're fired up to keep this thing going. There's a lot of people that care about this program, and I understand that and the history of it. Former players, the administration, and just the people in the community. And this community does mean a lot to me. My roots are here, so I'm super grateful to become this program's head coach. I grew up going to games here. I played in the CIF championship game here in high school. We lost. I made an error in left field in the first inning. So I still think about that all the time. But it's just great to be here and get back to my roots that I think run really deep here. and I understand, I'm part of something much bigger than myself. I always wish I could have came here and played here. Ventured off and took a different path to get here for sure. But I'm super grateful to be a part of this and understand that it is much bigger than just me. I'm excited to carry on the legacy of Tony Gwynn. My real childhood idol. I still have. I got 2 autographs in my house, and he's one of them. And I've had that forever, and I cherish that. And I've been close to, Tony in this program. My mom worked for Channel 8 News, and was behind one of those cameras for her whole life. And so I appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone being here to support us. This is really a dream come true for me. I've had a lot of really good coaches that have helped me get here. My college coaches in high school, a lot of really good mentors that I've learned from and picked up on a lot of things from different backgrounds, different perspectives. So I'm excited to bring all of those perspectives and make them mine and start to build this program. I want to thank my family, especially my mom, my favorite Aztec. She's an alum of here, so she's listening right now. Love you, Mom. But I'm excited to be a part of the community of San Diego and on campus. Get to some basketball games, football games, every sport, and get the fellas there too. That's a big part of what we're going to do and get out there and do it. So I'm ready to get out on the field. I know we got a couple months left, a lot of work to do to build this thing, keep the players here and build this roster out for next year. But I'm excited to get to work and work with the players. We're going to get better every day, on and off the field, right? Attention to detail, whether it's base running, pitching, hitting, and then also when you leave the field, knowing to turn it off. But we got to get better off the field too. Work on your relationships, and become better people. That's what it's all about. It's never really been just about baseball for me. Baseball is just the vehicle, and it's a tough vehicle. It's a mean game, and it will teach you a lot. So using baseball to make these guys better men, better sons, better husbands, that's what it's all about, and baseball will speed that up for you. So I'm excited to get to work with the guys and make them the best version of themselves. And that's important to me. And it's also important to me for them to know that they can lean on me and build some genuine relationships with them and allow them to go and be themselves on the field, off the field, create a comfortable environment and culture for them to grow as people and be themselves. We're going to coach them hard for sure. With some attention to detail, but it's going to be fun. I'm excited to focus on the things that are important. What's important right now, whether you're on the field, off the field, but it's going to be fun too. We're going to have some fun with it. Sorry. I'm here to create leaders and better men, and that's the bottom line. And we're going to win some ball games while we do it. But the wins are just a byproduct of that. Developing these guys as baseball players and men will always be number one. And I'm excited to get going and do this thing.
Any questions for Coach?
Talk a little bit about the importance of, you talked a little bit about being back in your hometown, but really what does a job like this mean, knowing that you're doing it for your city that you grew up in?
Yeah. I have a ton of friends that went here. As I said, my family went here. So I know what it can be, and that's the exciting part. How much people are thinking about this place and what it can be. That's super exciting.
Kevin, what is your vision and how do you make it a reality?
Yeah, my vision is big. I've got big dreams for this. I think we can, we need to be competing for championships every year. One of my goals it's going to take some time, and we got to put in the work. But I want to host regionals at Tony Gwynn Stadium. You know, that's I think that's very doable with what we have and what we can do. So. Yeah, I got big goals, but I know that takes a lot of time and not a lot, maybe not time. I plan on, you know, I want to win year one, but it takes a lot of effort. And so we got some work to do, and we got to get to work here pretty quickly to do that. But, you know, winning championships will always be the goal. Next year, you know, I would love that, but we got to put in a lot of work to do that.
You kind of have to hit the ground running. The portal's already open. What are some of the priorities over the next few weeks?
Yeah, number one priority is going to be retaining the guys that are on the roster now, and making sure that they know what they're getting, and they're going to get better here, and are bought into what we're doing. You know, the current roster, there's a ton of talent on it, and so that's number one. And then, you know, the transfer portal is real, and we will use that for sure to, you know, fill in the cracks essentially. But we want to build from within and keep the guys that we have now. So that's number one. And then, you know, adding on to fill in the cracks will be, you know, the next couple weeks of getting after it.
There's several guys in the portal already. Do you think you'll be able to retain those guys by and large, or do you have a sense yet?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, the reality of it is it's, you know, there's a lot of teams out there. Once they go in, it's, you know, they're getting calls from a bunch of people, and they'll be getting calls from us for sure. And so we'll see.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Building the relationships with the players for sure. Getting to know these guys, gaining their trust. So then, you know, they trust me, then they'll trust me with their development, and that'll speed up the process for sure. So getting to know them.
You're not an alum, but from growing up in San Diego, you've been on that field. Do you feel almost like you are one?
Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of family that went here, and family and friends. So yeah, I do. It's always been a part of my life, you know, going to games growing up, you know, watching Steven Strasburg throw 101 in college, you know, so yeah, for sure. I do feel like I am sort of an alum.